Yo, it's another motherfucking podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure, episode 42. This week, we're going to talk about
the greatest regular season game of all time, Rams vs. Chiefs.
Oh yeah, and we're also going to talk about the Steelers, and will they lose in Denver with that high altitude? Oh yeah, it's a fact. It's the sexiest talk and the sexiest hour of sports you've ever had in your life. Right here on the number one podcast in all of sports, the universe, and podcast history. Key to the you don't say ass, it's late night ready. Yeah, man, don't say ass, just say boo. That's right! That's right! Because it's another bucket podcast! Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. It's episode motherfucking 42, y'all. We're getting in, y'all. We're getting in, y'all. Yes, y'all.
And you don't stop.
We don't stop, because it's the number one podcast in all of the motherfucking world, you funky bitch you. That's right. No longer the number one sports podcast, but the number one podcast.
True. We
out here. Check us on the motherfucking YouTube. Check it. It's the number one.
Numero uno.
Because we talk about the WWE.
Just pure class entertainment right there.
It's pure class entertainment. That's exactly what everybody got on Monday night.
Wow.
Are you ready for some football?
I feel so bad for anyone who missed that game. What more could you want? I mean, all these Monday night games have been a letdown, and Thursday nights are usually a letdown.
Always.
So we got basically a Super Bowl possible preview.
I was like, it was crazy, man. YG was there.
Yeah.
Ric Flair was there. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm watching like the Lakers in 1989 or some shit. 88. What's going on? It's just like star-studded. And, they were wheeling, dealing, styling, profiling. Woo!
And the sound, and we had Jason Witten as the soundtrack.
Jason Witten as the soundtrack, man, and Booger McFarland. I've gotten to the point where I'd rather have Booger than Jason, but I feel like if they did take Jason Witten off, they still would keep Booger on the field.
Yeah, that stupid fucking tram he's on.
It's just so racist to me to have this fucking fat black guy sitting on top of this little tram going across back and forth during the game. Mm-hmm. Everybody can see this. This is the oddest shit in the world.
Just putting him on display.
Here he is. Here's our fat boy. Here he is, our fat black boy. He goes up there and he looks at the TV screen. For some reason, he's got a TV screen. He's standing there watching the fucking game, and he's standing there with a TV screen.
He has the best seat in the house. He can change his seat wherever he wants.
He doesn't even use the little drawing shit on the screen. He don't even draw on the screen like Madden for real. So why does he have a screen, America?
I think he just likes to see himself on TV. He's just like, am I still on this program?
And he's always leaning.
Yes.
He's always leaning. It's like, get that man upstairs. Unless he's got some orthopedic problems that say in his contract that he can't be standing.
Yeah, like get him in the studio. Like I'm sure it's like cold out there. It's getting cold.
Really? What we gonna do in December when this dude is sitting there?
New England games.
Well, Jason, I think you're wrong about that one. I think he was suffering from the cold because it's cold down here.
Yeah. They just had, I got a close look at them shoveling 5 inches of snow for this game. They asked me to help.
Yeah, I was actually right there when he was shoveling snow. If you look in the replay, that was me in the background.
One quick roast of Jason Witten. For 2.5 minutes left in the game, Jason Witten says, and a matchup to keep an eye on, Marcus Peters versus so-and-so. It's like, a matchup to keep an eye on. The game's almost over.
Motherfucker. This is the end of the game.
You should have told me in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I've been watching that for fucking 3 quarters. Motherfucker, what are you talking about?
Whew.
So, wait. Do I have another
this?
one for Jason Witten? Nah. I'm done with you, Jason.
We'll leave him be.
We'll leave you alone. I mean,
he's getting better.
Obviously, he listens to the show, friend of the show, Jason Witten. But, you know, I don't want to hurt his feelings too much. It's just a little roast. I know it's Martig's favorite football player. Jason Witten, favorite announcer. I mean, so anyway, that's enough roasts. The LA Rams went on an absolute incredible journey with the Kansas City Chiefs and put on a Hollywood-style performance here in Los Angeles. It was crazy. Mahomes, I think I'm liking that nickname that Shannon Sharp came up with him. Up for him. He called him Patrick Mahomes Boy.
Oh, okay.
I'm liking that.
He's a young guy.
I'm liking that, and he's my homeboy.
Yeah.
You know, and I like him. But he threw three interceptions and fumbled 2 times.
Yeah, 5 turnovers total. I'm going to give him a pass on one of those interceptions just because, it's the end of the game.
Which one? The one to Marcus Peters?
The last one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a pass. And he got hit when he threw it. That's why the ball came out funny. Came out short. He might have hit him.
And if he did, I was kind of hoping he would just see how high the score can get.
Hey, let's get to the highest scoring game in football.
Ended up being the 3rd highest scoring game of all time.
Boom. History.
What do you think?
I thought that was the worst display of defense that I may have ever seen since I watched Texas Tech and Oklahoma play this year. Yeah. It was terrible, man. It was really bad. Like, I will say that the rules have changed and yada, yada, yada. First of all, let me give my real football analysis. The reason the Kansas City Chiefs lost was not because of bad defense or big-time scores. It was because of the penalties that they were getting. They amassed 10 penalties before the second half. Like, they had 4 penalties in that one drive. At their first drive or their first 2 drives, and never got it going until their 3rd drive, which means they were down by 13 by that time because the Rams were shooting themselves in the foot. Nobody wanted to win that game
until they did.
Until the time was out.
Yeah,
it was like nobody wanted to win for some reason or something like that. It was like the most obviously in Vegas influence game that I've watched this season. Everybody was anticipating Todd Gurley, Kareem Hunt. They about to throw down because they're going to try to keep the ball out of each other's hands. Yeah. No. Todd Gurley ran 6 times. Kareem Hunt ran 10 times?
Very low yard.
Something like that. No. Gurley ran 12 times total. He ran 6 times in the first half. That's terrible. So now that my conspiracy theories out of the way, what did you think about the game?
Well, it was very reminiscent of the, I believe, Thursday night football game between New England and the Chiefs, where I just knew like whoever has the ball last is going to win the game.
It was Sunday night. There hasn't been a good Thursday.
Sunday night.
Hadn't been a good Thursday.
Yeah. And it happened again. I thought Kansas City scored with way too much time. I think there was like 3 minutes left or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, the Rams are just going to come down and score, which they did. And then at that time I said, oh my God, they scored too fast because there's like a minute and a half and Kansas City has all their timeouts. But obviously it ended up in an interception. The defense finally showed up or whatever. But I have a theory. It's not so much a conspiracy. It's just a theory. I think that Kansas City might be too fast for their own good. I mean, like we said, they abandoned the run. If they just chewed up a little bit more clock and maybe scored or they were only down 3, they could go for the tie if they didn't get the touchdown. If they just ran Kareem Hunt a little bit more and just chewed up some clock instead of, Tyreek Hill just scores a touchdown in, 80 yards in 6 seconds.
Exactly.
And obviously their defense is nowhere to be found. You can't really, you got to be a little bit smarter with the clock.
And Kareem Hunt was averaging 5 yards a carry, so it wasn't like he was not being effective when running the ball. Todd Gurley was struggling a little bit more than Hunt was on average. But yeah, man, they actually had a opportunity where they were up and their defense got Goff off the field, and they could have ran the ball to try to run a little bit of more clock off. But I think that was the one where Patrick Mahomes got it tipped, and they thought it was a touchdown. Yeah, they thought it was a fumble and a touchdown, but then they ended up going 3 and out, basically.
Yeah.
That was an opportunity right there. Run the ball, you win this game. Kareem Hunt, you run him with 2, according to his average, you run it with him twice, you got a first down.
Yeah, and I think they kind of outfoxed themselves. I think they got maybe a little bit too creative with plays. I feel like you got to save those for.
We'll see. I am going
2
under
or 3 a game instead of a whole series.
I'm going under the impression that these dudes are the geniuses, coordinators, and genius head coaches that they are, genius play callers that they are.
Definitely genius play calling.
Then that means that they should have known exactly the calls that they should have been making. Because if we knew them, they knew them. And that means that they were playing to something else, in my opinion. Meaning Vegas. Vegas,
baby.
You guys should check out Warren Sapp's podcast. He's got a podcast. It's on YouTube and stuff. I think it may be on all the other stuff. But yeah, I only talk about YouTube.
2 9s in your chest, like Warren Sapp.
Yeah, 9-9 podcast. This is not, I think it is like
cool.
The 9-9. Anyway, look it up. Warren Sapp's podcast. You got a Google machine. And he talks about how it's very obvious that some games are being fixed, and that it's very obvious that if you go take a team to Vegas, it's going to start happening even more frequent and be more obvious. Like, there's a lot of money, billions of dollars, into this betting game. And like, I don't think that people who have billions of dollars at stake tend to let those things come to chance.
Well, then let's just move on then.
So this weekend, there was a lot of close games.
Sure were.
I think I don't know what the ratio was, but it was like really close. It was like, if there was 10 games last week, I think 7 of them were close games.
Nice. Good.
And the rest of them were blowouts. So what was the game, close game, that either fucked you up or had you hyped?
Well, as a Charger fan, seeing Phillip Rivers really just screw the pooch, and I don't know if you saw the game. Basically, there's
I watched the game.
Under 2 minutes left, and instead of, they're up by, I believe, 4, and after the 2-minute warning, there's like a 3rd down and 8, and Phillip Rivers, like, in 2 seconds just dumps the ball at the feet of someone, and I'm like, well, what are you doing? The clock stops. Denver has 1 timeout, and now you have to punt because you're well within your own territory. Kicks the ball. Case Keenum just hits Cortland Sutton and Emmanuel Sanders, and they're up 2, and then so whoever kicker of the Denver Broncos kicks the game-winning field goal, and that's a divisional game.
Divisional game.
I don't know.
We talked about the Broncos a couple of weeks ago, talking about how they could start picking up, but, that defense looks kind of shaky. Mm-hmm. They kind of picked it up against the Chargers for some reason.
I think Von Miller had a pick 6, so.
What it comes down to is Phillip Rivers is doing the old thing that he's normally done weeks before. And now he's usually this time of the season, he's on fire.
Well, it's a lot of averages.
So, yeah, you're saying that eventually
something's going to catch up.
It's going to catch up. Catch up. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe that was, his bad game. Maybe he's gotten it out of the way.
It's just a total brain lapse. I mean,
he did throw the ball away.
He just threw it in 2 seconds.
Which was like way worse. He could have took a sack.
Yeah.
And that would have actually been better because the time would have kept running.
Yeah, and so, he usually bet on him too. I'm pretty sure it was just a brain lapse.
He just didn't want to get hit.
I can
because he
respect
had, what you didn't mention is that he did suffer an injury of some sort that they weren't disclosing and trying to hide what they were doing to treat it. But I think they were just massaging his hand. But
with steroids.
Steroids. It was HGH. They were massaging HGH into his hand.
It's in a cream.
Yeah, he was shaking it off. I think maybe something was going on with his hand. I don't think he wanted to get hit again.
Well, that is football.
It is football.
You got
You got to get hit sometime.
yeah, you take the pain, and it affects your decision making.
So the Steelers have, speaking of quarterbacks who turn the ball over, and eventually they're going to have one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, what do you have, like 5 interceptions or some shit like that?
But didn't they win?
Yeah, they won. Yeah, they won. But they were playing Jacksonville. So
Of course.
what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They just, they like to stink it up right when you're supposed to. Right at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season against bad teams, like they're down in their division. It doesn't even really matter. I think sometimes that's why they lose some of those games. But it speaks to their leadership. And I'm not talking about Mike Tomlin. I'm talking about Ben Roethlisberger. He's kind of just out there lackadaisical. He's not coming to play unless there's like a dope quarterback on the other end.
Yeah, I feel like he's been playing like that for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
And that's why they have like the records that they end up having. People like to blame Tomlin. People like to blame Todd Haley. But it's actually Ben. It's Ben, man. I don't trust that guy. That defense is actually starting to play better.
Yeah, they're probably going to win the division, right?
Yeah, that other Watt is playing better than his brother
TJ?
Watt. Yeah.
Is it TJ Watt?
Yeah, TJ Watt is playing way better than his brother, which is kind of good, right?
Kind of beautiful.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Because, JJ Watt, I feel like I know he won MVP, everybody, and or Defensive Player of the Year, excuse me. He was in the MVP conversation. But the dude played every position that year. He won.
Yeah.
Like,
He played tight end for a little bit.
Yeah, and he might have also cost himself
some games.
Down the road, like in his career. And now he's kind of just an average dude out there. So I like TJ Watt, and I think that TJ Watt is going to have a better career.
Okay.
I think. Because I don't think he's going to be with the Steelers for too long. Just a little tidbit, because the way that they do player negotiation for the contracts. This dude's going to come up for a contract next 2 years, and he's going to be
Ship him out.
He's going to want max, big time contract, and he's going to have to go somewhere else to get that, because the Steelers don't do that.
It's going to be an awkward Thanksgiving dinner at the Watt household.
Awkward. Yeah. AFC, both going to probably make the playoffs.
Yep.
Man, speaking of the AFC in this division, Ravens. Lamar Jackson finally got a chance.
And he motherfucking won.
Yeah, he killed my motherfucking pick.
Oh.
Just destroyed it. I didn't think that, that Cincinnati Bengals defense was going to be that bad. But, man, they sure as hell have decided that they don't really feel like playing for the rest of the season.
What'd you think of Lamar Jackson's quarterbacking skills?
It was all right. His throwing motion's weird.
Yeah, he can't throw, right?
I'm not going to say he can't throw, because he threw some passes.
He's not a thrower.
But he's not really good. I mean, it comes out with some velocity, though.
Sure.
But it's weird motion. We'll get that under control with a little footwork.
I mean, it's his first start.
Got to get some footwork going, But all in all, he did what you're supposed to do as a backup quarterback. When the starter is hurt, you got to come in, play the best of your abilities, and win the game. Yeah. Bam. He did it.
I'm super proud of him.
Didn't turn over. Did he turn over? Did he have a turnover? I don't think he had a turnover. Didn't have any turnovers. You can't run the ball 27 times. He acknowledged that. He said he can continue to do that. He can take that kind of punishment, but he's like, hopefully I won't have to, is what he said. So that's a little snarky jab at the offensive line. Like, hopefully y'all motherfuckers can get your shit together. I won't have to run around back here all the time. But that's hopefully we play some worse defenses, and
yeah,
I won't have to keep running around. Maybe we play the 49ers and I'll be all right.
Yeah, I definitely like him better than Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Poor Flacco. How wacko you've been. I mean, he is another guy who doesn't play well unless there's a dope quarterback on the other end. Except he doesn't have the ability to, like, he can't afford to keep doing that because he doesn't have the talent around him, and he's not as good as Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of quarterbacks that aren't as good, Derek Carr and the Raiders got a win.
Got a motherfucking win.
They got a win, man. Did you see Gruden? He looked so motherfucking happy.
He won the Super Bowl.
He was like running around like trying to find somebody to hug, somebody on the team that liked him.
He was looking for someone to give him a Gatorade shower. I'm ready.
I'm ready for it. Where are you going? Get the Gatorade and throw it on me. You know, I fucking like that guy. You know, I tell you what, you know, I'm not gonna hold it against them. They didn't throw a Gatorade shower on me because we won the game. Because we're the Raiders.
Motherfucking
Raiders, man.
Win. What's the famous Raiders quote? Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
Yeah.
Just win, baby. That's Al Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just win, baby. Al Davis looks and sounds just like Donald Trump. Just for people out there who don't know who Al Davis is, go YouTube that. Tell me I'm wrong. Comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I thought they was gonna lose, man, to the fucking to the Arizona Cardinals. Shout out to Larry Fitzgerald.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. He was out here getting it.
He's
old ass man.
Yeah, I think he sets or got second place in some other record.
He's probably behind Jerry Rice, which most people are for oldest player to score a touchdown or some shit, or 2 touchdowns in a game or some shit against the Raiders, who I'm sure if he did come in there with Jerry Rice conversation, Jerry Rice would have done it with the Raiders.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of a dope. That was kind of a dope game. If you like football, I don't know if you like football. Y'all probably like, oh, the Raiders and the Cardinals. Who's watching that? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? If you like football, you was watching that game. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. So
did your picks really get messed up?
Hell yeah!
So the $8 wasn't going to turn into 8,000?
Oh no! I didn't bet anything on the I just was the $8 was for fantasy.
Yeah, did you?
But I didn't do the gridiron pick.
Oh, okay.
You got to get all them right on FanDuel.
But how'd you do with the $8?
Oh, the $8, man. That's just, you know, that's running. I'm betting that's spreading out on the NBA too. That's in the NBA. That's going in the NFL. I won $5 last night. If that's what you want to know.
No, that's what I'm
You know what I'm saying? So
bet on those Lakers.
Oh man, I don't bet on the Lakers. What I do, I can't even pick. Man, I can't even look at the Lakers as far as fantasy because then I mess up because they don't even play the same lineups right. And I'm like, man,
they're too.
I gotta look at that shit real hard. I'm like, no, I'm not even picking any of them motherfuckers.
I wouldn't either.
But I've been losing that 3-point challenge. Anyway, the NFC looks pretty fucking tight, man. Like that might be not the toughest division, but the toughest to get through.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Rams and Saints.
Rams and Saints.
Yeah.
Well, see, I got to see what the division playoff shit will look like and everything. Because, like, there's teams out there, say, for instance, the Cowboys get in there.
Yeah, but they obviously could win the division. But are you afraid of them?
I'm not afraid of them. But there are some teams that should be. Like the Rams. Because they have shown that they struggle against good defenses. And
so Dallas has a good defense now.
Oh, Dallas has a good defense. And they've had a good defense. But they have no offense. They have zero offense. Until they got Amari Cooper. And now it's kind of spreading out. It's looking a little bit better. They get basically game 3 with this offense. Like, they have to basically look at it like, okay, this is the season now. Mm-hmm. This is the new season.
New sample size.
Yeah, and now we got to see what this looks like when they go out and play the Redskins, whose defense has been overachieving, even though they got some injuries on that side of the ball. But the Redskins...
And on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Redskins' other side of the ball doesn't look too good either because they got some serious offensive line problems. And then Alex Smith, just happened to break his entire goddamn leg.
Off, yeah.
And they wouldn't even replay that.
I good because I almost threw up when I saw it.
They showed Tom Brady's leg, sure enough, breaking a whole bunch of times when it broke. I was like, damn, why you keep showing that?
Yeah,
it's done. Don't keep showing that. But apparently his was like a compound fracture. That shit. Whoop.
He's done, right?
It was like you think he's done? That's a good question.
He's old.
He's like our age.
Which is old. Well,
I'm just saying, for a quarterback, Tom Brady's 41. Drew Brees is 39. You know, shit. I think Matt Castle's still running around as a backup somewhere.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm just saying, I don't know. Old, is that a issue?
All right, well, we'll put it this way. Redskins are done this season.
He probably will not be another mobile quarterback.
Because he does rely on his running.
Yeah, sometimes he does. He probably won't be able to be as mobile as he used to be. But to your question about the division, are they done? Well.
Isn't it Colt McCoy?
It's Colt McCoy, who almost won the game.
And is one of the greatest names of all time.
And I ain't seen Colt McCoy since Alabama knocked him out of the game in 2011. So I didn't know he was even still playing football.
Good for him.
Good for him. And you're right. He's got an amazing name. His name is Colt. He's going to be in Texas, hometown. Mm-hmm. And he's country as hell. He's like, he loves playing football.
True.
So I think they got a good chance if they can win in Dallas.
That'll be a must-see TV situation.
It'll be a must-see TV situation, but, I don't have their schedule on me right this second, but we need to get that going soon anyway because it's almost time for these delicious picks. Speaking of picks, before we get into that, I just want to say shout out to all the Instagram people who following us who have your little pick pages. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna follow you back, but follow us.
Sure.
'Cause I'm telling you, we're gonna give you some picks, and you gonna want to spend your money.
You want to go through them right now?
But don't listen to nothing that I said in episode 41. Just don't go back to episode 41. So many games, so close, so many field goals, 2-point games, 2-point score. Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, the NFL is crazy these days.
I'm just really glad.
There's no predictability.
Really glad I didn't put any actual money on anything. So anyway, we're going to move on to the picks. Here we go.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Watch these games.
I will be at the Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears.
Yep.
In Detroit. Thanksgiving, Turkey Day game. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you people. Thank you for listening. We almost to a year. It's 42 motherfucking weeks of giving you this good shit.
For sure. Happy anniversary. Who do you got? Chicago or Detroit? It's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
You're going to Detroit? I thought you were going to Chicago.
I'm being Chicago, and then I got to drive to Detroit.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's like 3-4 hours.
I hope you have a great time.
Yeah, right.
Well, you can see Mitch Trubisky. He's clearly the greatest quarterback of all time.
Oh, my God. He's a white Michael Vick, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying, isn't it? Whoever's saying that, shut the fuck up, first of all. And I'm going to pick the Bears.
Yeah, I am too.
At the risk that somebody in Detroit is listening to this podcast. Yeah. As I will be in Detroit with my season ticket, seat, sitting there, popping my shirt like that. Pow! Popping my shirt.
What shirt are you going to wear?
Oh, I don't think I'll be wearing anything signifying any relationship to any team.
Quick aside, are you against doing that in enemy territories?
No, I'm against doing it in Chicago and Detroit.
Good call. I won't.
I'll do it in LA all the time, but let me be in Chicago or Detroit.
Los Angeles, we're just a bunch of pussies over here.
I'm not trying to get beat the fuck up in Chicago or Detroit. It's like, man, I'll go get beat up anywhere, man.
We had a preview of this. Washington in Dallas.
I'm going to tell you, it goes against all things inside of me to pick either one of these teams. Because one of them's a racist-ass team and terrible ownership. And the other one
Terrible
is the
ownership.
Dallas Cowboys. No, I should have said the other one is the Redskins.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That's a joke, right?
That's a good joke. That's a good joke. You guys, you're welcome. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. Amari Cooper blowing the top off. I'm thinking he gets three.
All
Three
right.
TDs. He's going to make
Season in the
Dak
game.
Prescott look fucking amazing.
He's going to win that weird Fox turkey trophy there.
Well, I think about how the Redskins played against Atlanta, and they have a similar kind of core, wide receiver core. So I'm going to go with the fake Atlanta. Dallas.
I'm going Dallas because I don't believe in Colt McCoy.
See, I wasn't going to say that. I said we said so many nice things about him earlier.
Here's a divisional game. Vegas says it's not going to be good, but I think it might be good. Atlanta in New Orleans. Yeah, there's no way I can pick Atlanta, but I'm going New Orleans.
Well,
here.
last game was like 43-42
7.
or some shit like that.
Oh, between these two?
Went to overtime at Atlanta. But that was a different New Orleans team without Marcus Ingram. And I'm thinking it's going to be a rout.
Yeah, it was 37-43 last game.
37-43. So I was wrong. I was a little off.
Still a high-scoring game.
Very high-scoring game. In the overtime, I'm going to go with the Saints. No overtime. 35-27.
Oh, that's close. The 35-27, 8 points. Vegas has it at 13. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is your marquee game when everyone's finishing up that turkey. Moving on. It's Sunday, everybody. Jacksonville at Buffalo. I got to go Buffalo here. They're not that bad these days.
Who they got? That's because they went and signed Matt Barkley.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And did they play this week? They had a bye week this week.
Yeah, they had a bye.
So, whoa. I don't know.
Their defense is
not bad.
good, but
it's not bad.
Jacksonville's also got good defense.
I'm going to go, where is it?
In Buffalo.
Oh, I'm going with Buffalo.
We are 4 for 4.
Buffalo Soldier, way up in Albany.
That's good. Here's a tough one for you. Cleveland in Cincinnati.
Oh, that's not tough for me.
It's not tough for me either.
I'm going Baker Mayfield, baby.
Cleveland. Woo!
Jarvis Landry's going to have a motherfucking field day out there. Man, shit. If first of all, Lamar Jackson, I like you. But if Lamar Jackson can do what he did against that defense, man, they going to play a real offense. This, man, is going down. Cleveland Browns.
I agree. Here's another easy one for me. New England at New York Jets.
Oh, man. I hate these games. These are the games that are
Trap games.
Trap. Go Patriots. We're going with the Patriots.
Patriots too.
Not going to waste y'all's time. Sam Darnold is going to throw 3 interceptions, to one of them to Dante Hightower.
New York Giants playing in Philadelphia Eagles.
The Giants, you've been fucking me up.
They're on a 2-game win streak.
Y'all have been fucking me up. Now, see, what y'all would have me do right now is y'all have me pick yourselves. See, y'all have me pick you, and then you fucking lose in motherfucking Philadelphia because you're playing a divisional game and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, I'm going Philly.
Finally disagree. I'm going Giants. And And if they win, they'll have the same record as the Philadelphia Eagles, with probably,
which is bad.
Yeah. Which is not playoffs.
I'm going Philly because there's no way that they're going to do that, knowing that they're trying not to make it to the playoffs. It's the time to lose. It's time to lose.
Mm-hmm. San Francisco visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay, I've been fucking with y'all and been fucking with y'all and been fucking with y'all. But you're not going to get me to get off this bandwagon. Y'all haven't been playing bad. You've just been playing really good teams. Going with the Buccaneers. They get a win. Fitzmagic.
Will it be him?
Oh, they're not going to start. If they start Jameis Winston and he gets hurt, they have to pay him $20 million. He will be on the bench for the rest of the season. Go, Fitzy, go.
Go $20 million. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay too.
I don't want to, but I can't jump off this bandwagon. I'm not a bandwagon jumper.
You stick with the one bandwagon.
I don't got the knees to be jumping off bandwagons back and forth.
Here might be a good one. Seattle at Carolina.
Woo. Woo. Let me tell you something, man. That's going to be a game. That might be the best game of the night.
Probably.
Running. Who's the best running team in the NFL? Do you know?
Seattle.
Oh, yeah. It's Seattle, baby.
They got three
It should be.
3 B-plus players back there.
It should be the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the Seattle Seahawks. Defense has been looking better. They've been playing stout. I say Seattle Seahawks. I'm going with the better of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't like Cam Newton. I'm going Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks.
Cam's finally going into that whole skid that we need him to go into to be last place.
Yeah. Here comes a 10-game losing streak.
We need this to happen, Cam. Do not fuck this up for us. We need this.
Oakland Raiders visiting Baltimore Ravens. Probably against Lamar Jackson.
Ooh. I'm going Ravens because there's no way Gruden actually intentionally wins another game.
Yeah.
They're tanking.
Winning 2 games in a row. Oh, did you tweet that?
Oh, no.
Was that Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going Baltimore. I can't see. I don't see Gruden winning 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Arizona.
I'm with you.
Arizona Cardinals visiting the LA Chargers, coming off that horrible loss against Denver.
LA Chargers put one aggressive, I'm coming home to beat my wife type smackdown on these motherfuckers. Like, I'm going to jail after this smackdown.
I agree. Thankfully, they're in LA. Pittsburgh visiting Denver Broncos.
Man, you just said that they're in LA. That means Arizona might not even go to Arizona. They might just drive straight down from Oakland, stay here. Man, that kind of makes it a little different. I don't know. But
get acclimated to the
fuck it. I'm sticking with the Chargers. Sorry.
No doubt. Pittsburgh at Denver. Now there's some altitude.
Pittsburgh Steelers have a great offensive line.
Yes, they do.
Von Miller has been treating offensive lines like little babies.
As he should. Franchise guy.
Defenses, Denver and Jacksonville, pretty comparable at this point.
Pittsburgh.
Well, no, I meant those two defenses.
Oh, yeah, they just played. Yeah.
They just played Jacksonville. Now they're playing Denver. The altitude you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Roethlisberger, kind of a big boy. Don't know the last time that he actually played in Denver was. Ooh.
It's getting cold out there, too.
That degenerate gambler is coming out. He's coming out of you. He's saying, go, Broncos, go.
I thought you were going Pittsburgh. I'm also going Broncos.
Yeah, Betty, I'm going Broncos. It's going to be a bad slobber knocking hitting game. Like, those motherfuckers in Denver were hitting hard. Like, that Chargers game was like a super aggressive.
Mm-hmm. getting 3 points in Vegas.
And they're playing, I believe they're playing for their coach's job. I think they like their coach.
I think they like him too.
And they don't want him to get fired. And they like Case Keenum. Their wide receiver core is older than people thought that it was. They thought, for some reason, people forget that wide receiver core played with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
That was like six years ago,
That's
y'all.
like saying I was alive during the Clinton administration.
Right. Like, come on, y'all. Like, them motherfuckers almost played with John Elway. Like, come on now. So let's just point out the fact that he's playing with no talent, really, or aged talent. No, I'm talking about Case Keenum. Keenum wide receiving core is aged way faster than people think. Emmanuel Sanders, though. Emmanuel Sanders is like a number 2 on somebody else's team.
Oh, clearly, obviously.
So he's not playing with top flight receivers. He's not playing with what he was playing with in Minnesota. Is basically what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Very true.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, but go Denver. Upset.
Miami at Indianapolis. Indianapolis at 5-5 now.
Man, fuck them. But yeah, Indianapolis. I'm picking.
Here's your Sunday night football game.
Oh, you ready for some football?
I've been waiting all day for Sunday night, and it's Green Bay Packers
and they
at Minnesota.
Minnesota at night.
Mm-hmm.
In Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay's tanking, whether Aaron Rodgers knows it or not. Here we go, Minnesota.
Something is amiss in
Minnesota.
Green Bay. Well,
they're tanking. They traded Clinton Dix and a couple other players. Before that week, they didn't mention the people. I think they had cut a couple of players. Like they just going down, man. Like they see it. They know they're not good enough to win right now, so they got to try to be bad enough to get good draft pick.
Yeah, and whether or not Aaron Rodgers subconsciously believes that or consciously believes that, he's not same old Aaron Rodgersy boy.
Well, you can't be because once you can't be totally there when you know your organization isn't.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Monday Night Football. Hopefully breaking last week's record-breaking scoring game, Tennessee at Houston.
There's some gunslingers in this one.
We seeing 100 points?
Marcus Mariota
hurt.
Keeps getting hurt on the times that I pick the team to win.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is up with that, man? At the risk of sounding like Jerry Seinfeld, like, what is up with that?
What's the deal?
I don't understand. I mean, but, I like what Deshaun Watson and them has been able to do.
On 7-win win streak.
But that shit ends.
Ends?
That shit ends in this divisional game.
Love it. Love the call. I'm going.
Tennessee goes back to Houston as the Oilers and gets that motherfucking work.
Wikipedia, people. Know your history. I'm going Oilers. I mean, Texans.
Texans, baby. Going with Houston. Okay, well, I mean, I'd like to go with Houston. I like a lot of their players. But I see this for some reason being Derrick Henry and Marcus Mariota show. I think we've been seeing Derrick Henry get more and more touches every week. I think we see what they've been waiting and saving him for. The winter.
To just take these Texans down.
Yeah, just, getting in, bow, because that's what you got to do. You got a big old hefty piece of meat. You got to beat it down a little bit.
No doubt.
Tenderize it, because in the fourth quarter, that's when you can start breaking out. And Mariota is who I'm referring to breaking out.
I hope he plays.
Oh, he's going to play. Oh, that's what they've been promoting.
Oh, have they?
They've been promoting that he will play. They got a better diagnosis after he came out of the game.
Okay.
But they didn't bring him back into the game as, for safety reasons. Sure. Getting blowed out reasons.
I can respect it.
I'm not going back out there. What the fuck is going on? So anyway, that's y'all's NFL picks for the week. If you get some money, send it to us from the Cash App. Hit the cash button.
Donate today.
Hit the cash button, you weak bitch, you. Share some of that money. Right now, we're going to move on to the NBA.
LeBron James from half court. DeMar DeRozan with the steal. He's on fire. Denver Nuggets lose again.
Yeah.
Shakalaka!
But they got some injury problems. That's why they are losing.
And it's still early.
It's still early, you know what I'm saying? Let's just talk about them first.
Sure.
He's heating up!
They got a surprising bench. Surprisingly good bench. They got some rookies that look good. They got a pretty good defense. And what's the white boy's name? Vodovic?
Jokic,
the
center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gotten better defensively this year. But they got some injuries. They're playing with the lineup a little bit. Have had 4-game losing streak or something, 3-game losing streak. And in the Western Conference, that's like losing 10 games, 20 games. Because now they're 6th
I think
in the
10th.
standing. 10th now?
Pretty sure.
Damn.
But I mean, it all changes.
Yeah, I
quickly.
mean, that's relative.
Yeah. They're a game out of 6, probably.
Probably a game out of 3rd. I mean, speaking of which, we need to look at this, yeah. Because,
Oh, shit. You're completely right. I'm sorry. They're 6th.
they're 6th now?
Yeah.
So let's run it down real quick for the people at home so they don't have to pull out their cell phones. The Western Conference.
Portland, 1st at 11-5.
Oh, yeah.
And then surprise teams, Memphis Grizzlies and LA Clippers all tied for 1st at 11-5. Golden State with one more win but one more loss at 12-6 at 4th. And then the away teams, Oklahoma City, Denver, New Orleans, and my beloved Lakers.
I mean,
Can Memphis keep this up?
hell no.
I don't know, man. This Mike Conley guy.
Well, it's not just Mike Conley. It's a lot of those rookies, man. It's been a lot of rookies coming into the league this year that we didn't look at. We didn't think that that this draft was all that amazing. But
True.
These guys are looking a little bit better than we thought they were. Just a little bit, only a little bit.
I think Denver, I think it is more than ever. I can't really say that. I was going to say it's a superstar league, but Memphis doesn't have a superstar. Clippers don't have a superstar. I don't think Portland has a super duper star.
Yeah, we'll say Damian Lillard for the
superstar?
fans. We'll say it for the fans. For the Trailblazers
So maybe
fans.
there is some kind of trend, at least right now, where, hey, maybe you just do need a solid team from 1 to, 8 or 9, and you can win more games than you lose.
Yeah, I mean, you got guys like, what's his name? Jack Johnson Jr.? Jaren Jackson Jr.
Sacramento Kings.
No. Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, he's the rookie, yeah. Or
fucking
the second year player.
coming in last night this is tonight. 13 points. 3
Yes.
rebounds. 6 for 13. 0 for 3 from 3. But hey, you got three-pointers out there keeping everybody honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody on that team really is a great 3-point shooter except for Mike Conley. And who is this? Glenn Temple or G Temple? Who is that? Who is that? I'm pointing out Garrett Temple. Now, I'm pointing out these names because these are guys who are producing that nobody knows who the hell they are. Nobody knows who the hell they are.
I'm also a big fan of Kyle Anderson, formerly of the Spurs. Super slow guy.
Kyle
but
Anderson.
Just knows how to play basketball.
Exactly. Now, like we said, Denver Nuggets, they've been struggling because of injuries. Also, people who've been struggling, Oklahoma City Thunder, been struggling due to injuries. But they've been steadily staying at 5, which to me, if they haven't been healthy and they've been staying at 5, 4, they were at the 6 at one point. That means
That's probably locked in.
healthy team. They're probably locked in somewhere in there, but something could happen. They could be anywhere between 3 and the 6. To me, I think that's a great spot to be. You want to be anywhere in there so you don't have to play Gold State.
It's true.
Because as soon as Steph Curry gets back, they going back to 1.
Just shooting on up there.
Yeah, I feel that way at least. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, but if we're thinking long term, do you see this team getting significantly better in the next season or in 2 seasons?
Golden State?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City? Yeah, because they got draft picks. They got talent that they've drafted down that looks pretty decent. I don't know.
What about Westbrook and Paul George?
Oh yeah, they stay.
I mean,
you think?
I don't think. I think they're at their ultimate peaks right now.
Right. They just need to get somebody else in there.
I know. I don't see how they can get another.
Well, see, I think that they don't need to go get another superstar. They need to go get one of these guys who is just a guy, but he's a dude and he's producing. And if that makes any sense to you, you're extremely intelligent.
I guess I'm a fucking idiot then.
You know what a dude is?
No, I mean,
you know, he's
maybe it's Dennis Schroeder. I feel like Steven Adams is just going to be this player for the next 10 years.
Steven Adams is the perfect complementary player. He's a guy who could be doing more, but he doesn't do more because he knows it. He knows everybody else is trying to get theirs.
True.
Exactly. And he's a really sweet, nice dude. So you're probably right. He's probably going to be just that.
Yeah.
Just that.
The Pau Gasol to Kobe Bryant's.
Yeah. Or even Marc Gasol. Because Marc Gasol is always acquiescing to his teammates, I feel like. But yeah, Pau to Kobe is a great analogy because of how ruthless Russell Westbrook is. So yeah, who's your biggest surprise of the Eastern Conference? Well, we'll stay in the West since we're in the West. Of the Western Conference. Well, we got biggest surprise.
I mean, I think it has to be Memphis. I don't think it lasts, especially if you got Houston not even in the playoffs right now, San Antonio not. I fully expect them to get back in, and if we take in past seasons, I'm pretty sure Mike Conley or Marc Gasol, some injury happens and they just fall a little bit. But hey, if these nobodies can continue producing, maybe they stay.
Yeah, maybe. But my biggest surprise has got to be, I mean, it's between 2 teams, and it's really for 2 different reasons. My biggest surprise would either be the Portland Trail Blazers or the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, not in there.
Or the New Orleans Pelicans, who lost half the damn squad, and they're still amazing.
Yeah,
I don't get it, but I'm definitely going with Portland. They got swept, and they came out basically with the same squad, and now they're number 1 right now.
They sure are. Yeah, this McCollum Lillard thing seems to be working for now. I want to see maybe 10 more games to see if they can hold up. Otherwise, I would expect some kind of trade before the deadline if they really want to make a push in the playoffs. And I think they would if they're holding on. If they see first seed upside.
But you're saying you think they get bounced? Hard.
I'm just not afraid of them.
So if they play the Lakers in a 7-game series.
Well, the Lakers are up 2-1 in the season series right now.
So you're saying they play the Lakers, it's already a foregone conclusion anyway.
I'm not saying foregone. If I had to bet my life, I'd go Lakers.
Well, if I had to bet my life, I would probably go Lakers too. They got swept by the fucking Pelicans last year in the playoffs.
I know.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
And they didn't really change.
So that's why they're my surprise of the week. And Memphis is James's surprise. We're going to go to the Eastern Conference.
Let's do it.
Who is your surprise in the Eastern Conference?
Probably Toronto. I did not expect Kawhi Leonard, and even when he didn't even play against the Lakers, they got a whole bunch of these utility guys too. They're just so stacked. OG Anunoby is probably one of the greatest names of all time, and he's
OG
like
Anunoby.
really so good at defense.
Yeah.
And Orlando
Yeah.
in there is pretty surprising, but I don't expect them to keep it up. Who is your surprise team?
Man, I'm going to have to go. Well, it's really crazy. It's in this conference, excuse me. in this
league.
conference, I was almost going to say division. I'm like, no, it's not division. It's a fucking conference. In this conference, you got Detroit, who we said they were going to be the team. And then you got Milwaukee, who we said, hey, those guys, they're going to be better. But Boston at number 7 right now, struggling the way they're struggling. Hayward
On offense.
struggled off the bench on Monday night. Had like 6 points or some shit like that. Terrible.
He's played 10 games since his injury more than a year ago.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. I agree that he needs time. Maybe about 30 games. Mm-hmm. He's got to get that basketball tummy. Because right now he's got that YMCA tummy.
Oh.
He's got to get that NBA tummy.
Gotta lay off the carbs a little bit.
And maybe gotta switch to the Michelob Ultra.
Less calories.
maybe that, because Kyrie wasn't playing well at the beginning. He's picked it up. I feel like he's found his space with the guys. But Hayward has lost a little step because he's a little fatty right now. Getting shot blocked, getting his dunks blocked. Kind of embarrassing.
Well, he's also white, so. I'm just kidding.
He is white. Spurs also kind of disappointing, but like I said, I gave them their little nod. But what you think about LeBron saying he wouldn't? He left because Kyrie got traded.
That's complete bullshit.
Right?
He said that?
He said that.
That's not true.
He said that's when he knew it was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, well, it was the beginning of the end when they got that garbage package back for him. If they had gotten another superstar, maybe he would have stayed.
The reason I think it's bullshit is because, dude, he left because you wouldn't decide.
Yeah, Kyrie left because of you.
Because you wouldn't say where you were gonna go, and if you'd have said you were gonna stay, it was a provision that Kyrie put into the whole demand.
Yeah.
Hey, if he says he'll stay, I'll stay. Mm-hmm. Paul George didn't accept a trade to the Cleveland Cavaliers last season because
You didn't know if he was going to stay?
LeBron wouldn't say. They asked LeBron, hey, LeBron, they say they'll trade us Paul George for Paul George and some Cracker Jacks. Mm-hmm. You down for that? All they want to know is if you're going to stay. All we got to do is send a big old box of Cracker Jacks over there. What you want? No, I don't know what I'm going to do.
No comment.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just thinking about basketball right now.
I'm just focused on this season.
Damn. Well, sorry. So that's why you don't have a good team, Cleveland, because LeBron James left it high and dry, and because Dan Gilbert is actively been trying to tank since game number 2.
But congratulations on that 2016 championship, Cleveland.
yeah, right? Congratulations. For
A lot of people don't have championships.
For the next 52 years.
Hey, I'm sure they did.
So how long is it going to be before you win another one if this motherfucker is your owner? Let me just say, they would be a fine team right now if he actively wasn't trying to tank so that they could get Zion Williamson. That's all that's happening right now.
That's the next LeBron James right there.
That's all that's happening right now. Can we just say it? That's really what's going on.
It's the process. It's the process Cleveland we're in.
We're ruining sports for people who have season tickets. You know, these people who purchase these tickets, they don't pay to see losses.
Also, when Kevin Love comes back, I'm sure they can ship him for a first-round pick.
Oh, that's exactly. Kevin Love is not really hurt, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think he's just waiting until February so he can get traded.
Just wait till fucking the Arizona Phoenix Suns still think they have a chance. Send him for Kevin Love and get their whatever, 10th best option for the
I think, man, watch out. They might send them to somebody that can compete with the Lakers. They might send them to the Blazers or the Clippers.
Oh, that would be nice.
Watch out for a trade like that because I think it'll be somewhere on the West Coast.
Yeah, but I think they want a chance at the number 1 pick.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. But they're not going to trade it for. They're not going to trade him for a number 1 pick because he's not tradable for a number 1 pick because his age, his injury history, his contract. He won't be traded for a number 1 pick.
Pieces then.
But that's why they're tanking so hard. They tanking so hard. They ain't no way they gonna get missed. They gonna have so many ping pong balls in there.
Yeah, and this year, the bottom 3 teams all have the same probability of getting the number 1 pick.
Right. So it's less likely, supposedly. Maybe that's what'll change up the.
No, but Cleveland's still.
They're gonna take their way into Zion Williams's backyard. Like they tanking hard. They tanking hard. So I honestly think they might change the colors to white and blue. I think they just gonna try to make Zion feel comfortable next year and just be like, oh, it's all white and blue. Don't be surprised, Cleveland Cavalier fans, if y'all are watching this game one time this year and there's some kind of special night that they came up with and all of a sudden it's all blue and white and black trim. And all of a sudden there's just devils all everywhere. Don't be surprised, Cleveland. That's all they're fighting for. Any shout outs for anybody?
No shout outs today. All of the listeners. That's who I shout out.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving, you people. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube all the time. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the little bell so you get a little notification. Upload. Appreciate all of y'all. We never motherfucking stop, not even for the motherfucking holidays, you funky bitch. You.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. You're just not gonna want that. Think there's a deeper metaphor there? Run through a motherfucker's face.